we go. We got it. I have to get it. And thank you, Janet. Thanks again. I am going, this is after I reviewed my notes, I realized that I think the best way to show you how to organize Safari bookmarks is really on a computer, and then show you how to organize, how after you organize your bookmarks on a computer, how they look on a phone. You can organize your bookmarks in Safari and organize Safari on a phone, but it's a little more challenging. So that's my plan anyway, but we don't have to stick to it if it doesn't feel right. So I am going to change this view, and I have Zoom here and Safari here. So I am going to share my Safari screen. So there it is. There's the Safari screen. Can everyone see it?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Okay. All righty.
So it looks like Gmail.
I'm in Gmail right now. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. But you'll notice in Safari, this tab up here, it's small. It says inbox, janiehd@gmail.com. This is the tab that's open. If I move over one tab, I love the tabs in Safari. It says My Drive. If I click on that tab, this is my Google Drive. So I can toggle between Gmail and Google Drive. I also have the next tab. These are the notes that I sent out for today's class. So that's the third tab. This next tab here that I have open, we're just going over everything that Safari, the layout of Safari. This is the Nantucket Athenaeum website where you register for the class. And what's nice about this is after you register, you immediately get the link to the class that you can just click on. And if the class has started, you'll go right into the class. Otherwise, you'll get a message that says something like, the class is, you're waiting for the class to begin, something like that. And then there's my Zoom window, which I'm going to close. So these are the tabs. And I want to show you something over, I'm going to admit Lee is just coming in now. So I just admitted Lee. Hi, Lee. Hi, Lee. So we're just beginning. So you see here that I am open in my Gmail window. Now, how can I get a sidebar to show up on the left side that will show me all my bookmarks and stuff? What I do is I come up here, I'm in the Safari window, and you see this little window up here where I'm wiggling. It's in the very upper left-hand corner. If I click on this little sidebar opens up. It's like a toggle switch. I can close it, I can open it. So I'm going to open it. And you can see right here at the very top, it says I have 4 tabs open, which are Inbox, My Drive, the Notes, and the Library thing. So I have 4 tabs. That's what that means. And then I have my bookmarks, and I have something called my reading list. And I couldn't just talk about bookmarks because bookmarks are awesome, but the reading list is really cool too. So I'm going to open my bookmarks now to show you how it's set up. I'm going to click right here. And here are the bookmarks that I've created. I created these bookmarks. They're kind of like folders. So I have my favorites. I'm going to skip over Google. I have my temporary bookmark. I'm going to call these folders because that's really what they are. My temporary folder, my recipes folder, my iPhone class folder. If I come across something that's really interesting and I say, I think to myself, oh, that would be really cool to cover in a class, I'll put the link to that idea in this folder. I have baby activities because I'm all about babies. I have my gardening, and I have shoulder exercises that's left over from when I hurt my shoulder. So let's look at my iPhone classes. What does that look like? I'm going to open this up by clicking on this little arrow. And you can see I've collected all these cool websites, web pages that I think are really, really awesome. Now, if you looked at that list, you'd be completely overwhelmed. If you had all this stuff opened and unorganized, it would just be too much. It would be overwhelming. That's why I like the idea of organizing them in folders this way. I'm going to close this. And in the temporary folder, let's see what I have in the, I haven't looked in this in a while. I have things that I want to go back and look at, but maybe not necessarily keep forever.
Jane, are the little colored circles to the left of the words, are these inserts that you put on them of designating importance of some sort?
Nope, that is that they are attached to the name of the website.
So it's just that's just a replication of whatever the link is.
They put themselves in there.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So how do you create one of these things? What you do is let's go to I'm going to come over here and I will go to the New York Times. I have a link. There's the New York Times. Oh boy, I hope there is progress. And let's go to tech in the New York Times, and I'm just going to find an article that I may or may not like. Okay, does social media make teens unhappy? Let's say I wanted to put this in my folder for iPhone classes. What I would do is I would open it up. There it is. There's the article. And now I'm going to move my mouse to the share button in the upper right-hand corner, the share button. And I'm going to click on the share button. And now, can you see what just opened up? Because it's half
Yes.
on. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to add, I could add this to my reading list. There's the reading list right there. Or I could add this to a bookmark. I can also email this page to a friend, can send it in a message. I can airdrop it. I can put it in a note. We did notes last week. So what I want to do is I want to add to a bookmark, but I want to add it to that special folder for iPhone classes. So I click on that and it says, it actually figured out that I wanted to add it to the iPhone class folder. But if you look at these, can you see this window right here? I just have to check.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Sometimes Zoom doesn't do that. So here is the double arrow. I'm going to click on this. I could add it to favorites, temporary, recipes, iPhone classes, any one of my folders. But I'll put it in my iPhone classes. And then I can also, this is a long name. I'm going to change the name of it. And I'm just going to say teens social media. You could even add a description here if you wanted to. And then you click on add. Oh, could you close that, please, with the shoes? Because it's so bright. Okay, thank you. So that is how you add a bookmark to a folder.
Janie, can I interrupt?
Mm-hmm.
I went to bookmark. I went to your right-hand side, went down to bookmark. I want to add a recipe. And when it says add to this page, I only get favorites and two other folders, if you will. Even though I have a folder on my desktop that says recipes, it's not showing up.
But the folders on, but the folder, think of it this way, the folder is on your desktop. It's
Yeah.
not in Safari.
I'm
These,
in Safari.
these, I know, but let me ask you this. I'm going to cancel this. Do you have over here on the left-hand side, when you open up the left-hand side and you go to bookmarks, do you have a folder here that says recipes?
I don't. So how do I add that?
Okay, we're getting there.
Okay.
We're getting there.
All
So, so what Amy is thinking about, she's thinking about a folder on her desktop, which is not part of Safari. And there are folders that you can make in here in Safari. So let me just do one thing here. All right. So I just want to look at this. We just did how to add. All right, so let's say that we wanted to create a new folder over here. All right. This is what we would do. Oh, excuse me 1 second. The dog wants to go out. Okay, so now if you're in Safari on a computer, you probably can't see it, but up on the top is the menu. It says Safari, File, Edit, View, History, Bookmarks, Window, and Help. What you would do is you would go to Bookmarks and you would, let's see, this is where
Jane,
yes.
Jane, could you actually back out and show us again very quickly the macro of getting, you just turned on Safari and then you've gone to the title head at the top called Bookmarks, is that right?
What I did was I'm in Safari on a
Yep.
computer. So do you have
Yep.
your computer, do you have a computer open there?
Yeah, my problem is I've got you and I don't dare let your face and presentation go to look at this stuff, so I have to wait until later. And I just couldn't
Oh,
quite.
okay, Jerry, you can do that. Let me see if I can explain this, because this
Okay.
is super easy to do. Now, on a Mac, do you know what the dock is?
Yeah, down the bottom.
Dock is down on the bottom. And
I
if
got
you look at your dock, if you have it, does everybody see the Zoom camera? It's a white camera with a blue rounded like square. Okay, if you click on that, your Zoom comes to the front. But if you click on your Safari icon in your dock,
Okay, I got it.
that will come to the front.
And I haven't
so-
lost you.
And you haven't lost me because
Okay,
I'm still on. So do you see how you can, that's what I do. I go back and forth between Zoom using the dock on the bottom.
So what I show at the top is just a leader that says technology class, bookmarks, etc. And then to the right, I have a Z post attendee - Zoom. Those are the two things I guess that are up. Is that right?
So if you click on Zoom, you have the Zoom menu, which says zoom.us, meeting, view, edit, window, help. Is that right?
I have US02 web, .zoom.us, right?
Okay, all righty.
Okay.
So, but can you still see the class?
see the class. I can't, no, I don't see you at the minute. I can come back to that. And
I
it's-
just want to make sure you can toggle back and forth.
Yeah, it says join meeting, so I guess I have to press that, right?
Well, maybe back to meeting.
That's not, okay, new meeting, join a meeting. on
Well,
the
you're
left.
already joined. You're already joined.
Yeah, yeah,
No, just go down to the dock to get to the Zoom thing and click that again.
okay. Then I got the lady up with the jewelry on, yep.
Lady up
You're-
with- Oh, you're seeing my screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. You're
Okay.
right. Perfect. Okay, now we're good. All right, so let's think. So what I'm in right now, I am in Safari. And in Safari, I have my menu up on the top, which says Safari, File, Edit, View, History, and Bookmarks. And what you can do is you can go to Bookmarks in the menu and click on Bookmarks. Now, can you see this window that just opened up?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay, great. So can you see where it says Add Bookmark Folder?
Yes.
yep.
Right here. You click on that and it appears over here. And I'm going to give this a name of Matikit. And hit enter. So now I have another folder. So Amy, what you're going to do is you're going to go up to Bookmarks, click on Bookmarks, and pull down to Add Bookmark Folder.
Got it.
Click on that.
yeah.
Type in recipes.
Just did it. Perfect.
And so I already have a recipes. So I am going to delete it right here with the X. So that's how you make a folder to put your bookmarks in.
So Janie, I have one other question.
Okay.
Created the folder on my desktop.
No, not on your desk. I mean, wait. You created a folder on your desktop, not in Safari?
In Safari. That's what I
Okay,
meant,
yeah,
in
we
Safari.
have to really be clear about that
Yeah,
because
I'm
when
sorry.
when you say, this is good, we need to talk about this just for a second. When you say you create a folder on your desktop, you're going to get confused because your desktop is your computer. When you create a folder in Safari, you're in a different place.
Right. So it's definitely in Safari. And I was able to move the open window that I had into that folder.
By
Now,
sharing,
I'm sorry.
by going to the sharing button.
No, it asked me where I wanted to put that information and I said in the recipes
Okay.
folder.
Okay.
Now, my question is, if I go to my iPhone, can I delete that page and it'll stay in that folder?
Remember, the way iCloud works is it syncs. So anything you do on your computer goes
It'll be on
up.
the,
Yeah, because that's the way iCloud works.
so how do I find it on the phone?
Well, we haven't gotten there yet.
Oh, okay. Sorry, jumping ahead. Sorry.
Jane, Jerry, one more time. I see the page that has the lady with all the jewelry, and on the top, it has a whole bunch of things that go across the top. But where did you find something that you clicked, which took you to the bookmarks?
To make a bookmark or to send this to
I
a
don't see
bookmark?
anything there that says bookmark that I could click to do a bookmark.
Oh, great question. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah,
So here we are. Does social media make teens unhappy? So here's my mouse. I'm going to move my mouse, Jerry, up to the very top right side of the window. Do you see where it's wiggling?
yeah, yep.
See that little share icon? It's a
Yep.
square with an arrow. That's where you do it. You click on that and then you pull down to add bookmark.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to click on that. And now this is where you can stop and just pause for a sec. So do I want this to go into my iPhone classes folder, or here's those double arrows. If you click on this, these are all my folders I've created. I might want to put it in Mattakit. The Mattakit folder, I might want to put it in the shoulder exercise folder. You know, I could put it in, and I might want to put it in the temporary folder. So I decided in my head right now, and stop me if I'm going too fast, I'm going to put it in the temporary folder this time. So it actually will be in 2 folders. But I'm going to put it in the temporary folder. And I don't like this name. It's too long. It's too long. So I'm going to click, click, click 3 times real fast, delete it, and just say teen social media. And then I could even add a description, and then I would click on add. So Jerry, how I started that was I went to the share button. That's
And you got that share button option because you were in a page that you were interested in. So you start with the source, right?
the share button is always there.
No, but you start with a source that you're interested in, and then you go to share, and that's what pops up the options on the bookmarking. On
That's
the
right.
side. Okay. That was the piece I didn't pick.
Yeah.
I just got the notes, the 10 seconds ago, so we haven't had a chance to go through them.
Yeah. So yeah, the first step, you're absolutely right. The first step is you go to the web page that you want to save. And then you go to the share button. So go to the web page, go to the share button. Now, and then to just review, how do you make a folder? You go to bookmarks up in the upper menu, the top menu for Safari. You click on bookmarks and you go to add bookmark folder. There's a whole lot of other things you can do here in bookmarks. And once you understand how to maneuver around here, there's a whole lot of things you can do. Now, if you before we move on, if you just save a web page, the default place it goes is favorites. Okay, so if you think you've saved something, this is important. If you think you've saved something and you can't find it, it's in favorites. If you don't say, I want it to go in recipes, I want it to go into gardening, I want it to go into travel arrangements or trips, it's going to go into favorites.
And you just click that file name and the page goes there. You don't have to drag the page.
No, you just go down to any, let's see, here's one on the vaccine. Let's see what it was. Oh, this is Patient Gateway. This is when I was trying to get a vaccine appointment. I just made it a favorite and I kept going. I'll be right back. My dog is barking. Coming in? Come on in. Come on in. So favorites is, and remember, how you make the bookmark bar on the left-hand side come and go is right up here. What does this do? So that's a cool thing as well. Also, just so you know, in Safari, the little icon in the upper right-hand corner that's pointing down will show you downloads, things that you have downloaded. So I have downloaded these 2 things. And the little icon next to the share button brings you to all the tabs that you have open currently. That's another way to view all your tabs. So Safari is pretty cool when you know these little shortcuts. There's one other thing that I want to show you before we move on. So I have these shortcuts up here of the places that I really go a lot. And I really like this very much. America's Test Kitchen, it'll go right to America's Test Kitchen. My email, the New York Times, Google, the Athenaeum, Schwab, Bank, Gym, and all these other places. And you can add these, you can add any page you want to your favorites bar, which is another cool way to save websites that you go to a lot. So if I went to a website, let's see where I would want to go. Let's see, Mattakit Beach. Let's see what comes up with Mattakit Beach. So this is Mattakit Beach. I don't really like this, but that's okay. So if I wanted to save this up here in my bookmarks bar, how I would do that is I would go up here to bookmarks and I would add bookmark. This is going to be a little bit different. And where I want to add this, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to put it into favorites. And I'll just call this the beach because I don't like the long name. And I'm going to add it. And you can see it came up right here. So anything that's in your favorites, if you have your favorites bar showing, which you can also turn on and off, you can also add these little shortcuts up here, which I like. I can also click on this beach, and if you don't have a mouse that has a left button and a right button, if you hold down the control key and click on beach, you can delete any of these that you want. So I'm going to delete this. I don't really want it. So this is called the favorites bar. And if it's not showing up on your computer, you would go to view up here where it says Safari, File, Edit, View, and click on View. And you can see I am showing my favorites bar, so I could hide my favorites bar and then it'll disappear. Or I can go back up to View and I can show my favorites bar. So that's really cool too. Does everybody get that?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Good, good, good. All right, let me take a look. So, there we go. And I do think it's a really good idea, and this is also in your notes, to have a bookmark, a folder that is for temporary stuff, so that if there is something that you see online that you want to go back to, but don't necessarily want to keep. Diane's coming in now. You can put it in your temporary folder and go back to it. And then you can always delete it later. If you say, I was interested in it at the time, but I just want to delete it. You can delete it. And there are two ways you can delete bookmarks. You can individually right-click on the bookmark. I'm going to open up temporary. You can individually right-click, which means you right-click on, if you have a mouse that has a right clicker, or you hold down Control, just like I showed you, and you would go down to delete. What's the other way?
Can't you just highlight it and then hit the delete button?
Oh, well, what you do, yes, you can do that too. So you can also, I'm just reading my own notes, I forgot this way, to delete the entire list of bookmarks and start over, which is what I did. Hold down the Shift key and click on the list you want to delete. then press the delete key. So let me see, if I hold down the shift key and press this, oh yeah, it'll delete, it'll select everything. If you're holding down the shift key, I've selected everything, and then you would hit delete. So let me do that again. You can't see it, but I have 2 fingers going. I'm gonna, with this finger, I'm gonna hold down the shift key. It's held down now. I'm gonna click on this and move down. And just keep clicking. And so now I've selected everything. And if I wanted to delete it all, I would hit the delete button on my keyboard. That's pretty cool. So now we're ready to go on the phone, but I don't want to leave this until, you know, everybody has their questions answered.
I have a question, Jane.
Hi.
Hi, so sometimes my husband on his iPad will be looking at multiple tools, and then all of a sudden he loses all those tabs on top and there's only a single tab. So I think he must have opened a new Safari page, but we don't understand what has happened.
Well, so we're just about to go into Safari on your iPhone, and that will also apply to Safari on your iPad.
Okay, perfect.
And I know exactly what you're talking about. I think I do. So
Okay.
it's different on your iPhone and iPad than on, it's easier to manage on the computer. And so what I like to do is I like to set everything up on the computer, and then it kind of shows up on your iPhone or iPad.
Okay,
Okay.
perfect. Thanks.
All right. Excuse me once. Do this. No. All right. These dogs are like very into everything today. Okay. So on the iPhone. All right. So I have to change this share. And I'm going to share this iPhone. Oh. Do a little update. Okay. Here we go. All right. So, oh, where'd it go? Okay, so I'm going to open up Safari. And the way that Safari is set up now on an iPhone is, this is the address bar down here. It used to be up high. Remember that? But now this is the address bar. So I'm going to click on the address bar, and I'm going to delete this. I'm just going to type in, oh, so there are my favorites. Oh, that's funny. Here are all my favorites that I set up. These are all the favorites that are in my favorites bar that we went to view on the computer. We clicked on favorites, and that was the thin bar. So all of, it says show all. So I'm going to show all my favorites. And here are all my favorites. Here are all my frequently visited sites. Here's a privacy report. Safari is pretty good with your privacy, I have to say. Here's my reading list. It's all here. These are the things that I want to read. And these are things that have been shared with me by other people. I did not set this up. This is the way the iPhone organizes itself. All right, so let's just do that again. So here I am. I'm on the last page that I opened up last night. If I go down here and click on the address bar, this is what you get. The only thing I did to get here was I clicked in the address bar.
I'm sorry, what do you mean? Like that's the last page you had open?
Last night, we were talking about some guy that my husband had gone to high school with.
Okay.
And he said, oh yeah, his name is David Marquardt. And And so we were snooping around, you know, like you do. Whatever happened to David
So-
Marquardt? So
You
that
in
was,
Google?
huh?
I don't know where you are. Are you in Google?
I'm on my phone. I'm so sorry. Let's start again. I'm on my phone.
Okay.
I opened up Safari. Can you see where my mouse is wiggling?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's the Safari icon.
Okay.
So when I tap that, I'm in Safari. And how it works on your phone is, you know, it's not a big screen, so it will only open the last page you were on your phone. And that's
Okay, got it.
this is the
Yep.
last page that I opened last night.
Yeah.
So then we said that down on the bottom, this is the address bar. It used to be on the top. So this is the address bar down at the bottom. I'm going to click in the address bar, and this is what appears. When you click in the address bar, it will show you all your favorites that I set up. I happened to set up on my computer. We just saw all my favorites. It's all also showing me my frequently visited sites that I go to. It gives me a privacy report. And it says Safari has prevented 110 trackers from profiling you and hidden your IP address from known trackers, which is pretty cool. And this is my reading list that I created, which is also a folder. If I see a web page that I want, I can add it to my reading list, which I showed you on the computer. Okay. All right. I'm going to click on cancel here. And let's add a web page to your favorites. Okay. So here I am. There's David Marquardt. My husband went to school with him. Let's go to a different website. Let's go to, I always like the New York Times as,
That's exactly where I am.
yeah, it's just, it's so easy to like find something. So I'm going to find something that I really want to look at. No, I went to the wrong place. Okay. Trying to find something like, okay, here's some basketball stuff. So let's say I want to read this article. I'm going to click on it. And I want to put this in a folder. So now I don't know if everybody can see because it's the very bottom of my screen, but there's that share button right down there.
Yep.
Can everybody see the share button? If you click on the share button, you are going to be able to add it to a reading list. How do I put it in a folder? Let me see. We can share it with people, but I want to add this to a folder. All right. That's a puzzle. We'll figure it out, but we can add it to a reading list. That's one thing we can do. Add NewYorkTimes.com to reading list. I'm going to add it, but I want to add this to a folder. Oh, I know. I'm not thinking, I'm calling it a folder. What I actually want to do is bookmark it. So next to the share button is the bookmark icon. So I'm going to click on bookmark. Oh no, that didn't do what I wanted it to do. Hold on. So this is a great teachable moment because
I did it.
how'd you do it?
Okay, I went to, let me see if I can go back. Yep, done. Okay, so I have a recipe. I hit on my phone the bookmark tab.
Yeah,
and it says bookmarks. And then on my phone, it says recipes. So I hit recipes and then I hit done and it went into that folder.
okay, I'm gonna go to a recipe. I'm gonna get out of the New York Times. And I'm gonna go to a recipe. America's Test Kitchen, let's find a recipe. Okay, best ground chili. Here's the recipe.
Looks good.
Yeah. All right, so we have a list and we have favorites up here. This already looks different than the New York Times. So I'm going to go up here to favorites. No, that's not working.
Hmm.
It's not working on mine. Yeah, it's letting me save it in this program, but okay, let's try something different. So yeah, I want to get something. I want to get something that go to Safari. Oh, I know. I went into an app and I wasn't in the Safari app.
Right.
Okay, let's just do chili con carne. The best chili recipe. Let's see. All right. This looks different. So down on the bottom, I see, this is where I want to go. I see the share button and I see this book that's open. And I see these two squares. These are the things that I was looking for. So let's first go to, I'm in the best chili recipe. Let's go to this share button right here, down on the bottom. And if I go down here, I can add it to my favorites. I can add it to add a bookmark. So I'm going to add a bookmark. And the location is favorites. I really wanted to put it into recipes.
Back up, Janie, just back up one.
Yep.
Back up again. All right, go down to the bottom.
Yep.
Where the book is,
The book. Yeah. Is the book the
open
thing?
that.
There we go. It's the book. Thank you. It's the book we open. So now I'm going to put it into recipes. And then if I want to save it, I'm going to say done. Now let's just stop here just for a second. So you see the book? There's the book. So if you want to put it in one of the folders that you've created, you would click on the book. If you wanted to put it in a reading list, you would click on the reading glasses. I wonder what this one does. This is, I guess, some kind of search history. Like if you, I guess it keeps track of all of the websites that you've been to.
Right.
But I'm going to click on book. And it is in my recipes. So then I'll say done. Okay. So let's just, so in my mind, I need to clarify this a little bit more. So this share button lets me share this web page with somebody. I can send them, I can put it in a message, text message, or I can mail it to them, or I could send them to people that I send stuff to a lot. Okay, we know that. This book thing will let it, you will go to your, I have to go back. Go to your folders. And so that's good. So now there's, so does everybody sort of have that?
Yeah, and the other option, Jane, if it gets confusing, I did put it in favorites and then I went to my computer and I took it out of favorites and I put it into the recipes on my computer. And then that helps organize it on the phone.
Yeah, it is. It's easier to organize this stuff on your computer, but you can do it on your phone. So there's something else that I want to show you. Someone said that their husband was using an iPad and he had all of the pages that he had opened and then they all disappeared. This little thing here, these two squares, if you click on this, it shows you all, and I just cleared mine up. So there, it looks pretty empty, but it will show you all the tabs that you have open on your phone. Now, if you hit that, you should see a lot of tabs. And if you scroll up and down, you'll see a lot of tabs. Are you seeing that?
Yeah, got 500 of them.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, well, you can clear them all.
Good. How do I do that?
You can clear them all. I did it last night. Let's see if we can remember.
Jane, when you have a lot of tabs open, does that clog the phone or reduce its speed or something like that?
It may.
Okay, because I took mine in one time to the doctor and this young fellow looked at it and says, Christ, you got 100 tabs open. I said, what's a tab? How do you do that? And so he took me back to where you are, right? We thumbed everything up vertically on the phone.
Well, one way to do it is you see these little X's. You can individually delete them, but there is a way to get rid of them all.
That's
And
what
it's
I-
in the notes. I know it's in the notes. All right,
Can you show me how you got there again?
sure. I'm going to start again completely. I'm going to go into Safari, which is right here. I'm going to open up Safari and I'm going to say done here. And here I am I just happened to open up a chili recipe. Down here in these, we're looking at these little icons down here. And we're looking at the icon that has the two squares right here. So I'll click on the two squares.
On his iPad, he has 4 squares. Does that just mean he has so many tabs open?
Try it.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. So now, okay, let's see. But what I think we do to get rid of all of the tabs, this is what I think we do. We have to go to this screen, if I remember this correctly. And what I'm going to do is I'm not going to tap on these two. I'm going to hold my finger on them. Yeah. I held my finger down on that. I'll do that again. So you don't tap on these two. You hold your finger down on all the tabs. Tabs, and then, okay, it's not showing up on the Zoom thing. But you can close, you'll see there's 2 tabs. You can move the tab group. You can close them. Just lost it. You can delete all of them. Do you have an option, close
Yep.
100 tabs?
Yep.
Okay, that's
Yep.
how you do it. Good. Okay, I think I just lost I have to reconnect. I just lost you guys. All right. I'm gonna share this. Every once in a while, this gets a little screwy. Here we go. All right. So we just closed all the tabs. All righty. So believe it or not, those are the notes. These are the notes that I have, but now we are ready to explore and clarify any other things you have, any other questions you have about Safari and the bookmarks. Or anything
Jane, I have
about Safari.
one question in Safari, back on the computer in Safari under bookmarks.
Okay, I'm going to stop the share. And I'm going to start the share on the phone. I mean, on the computer. Okay, we're back at Mattocket Beach. Yep.
So under favorites, I now have, I have I guess a page, a web page saved that I want to delete. And you said to click on it and do left or right click,
So
delete. Got it.
on-
I did it. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
done. I answered my own question. Thank you.
do you have a mouse that has a left and a right button?
I do.
Okay.
And I just
Yeah,
did it. It
it's
worked.
great. I love this. I mean, like, it's not an Apple mouse. I love having the right clicker. But
Yeah.
if you do not have the right clicker, you can hold down Control and it will do the same thing. And if you have a laptop, which I think Jerry has with a trackpad, Jerry, you have a trackpad, don't you?
Yeah, I was just going to ask about that. I do.
Yeah, what you do, it's still 2 fingers. What you do is I use my left pointer finger, and down on the bottom of your trackpad, you
Mhm.
hold your finger down. You know how you click on your trackpad down on the bottom? Click.
Yep.
Okay, well, you hold your finger down. You press it down, and then with your other finger, you move the arrow where you want and then click. And the same thing will happen.
Okay. I thought this machine might explode, but it didn't.
No. So,
Jane, quick, are you going to get into how we can create a link to get to something or embed?
yes.
Okay,
the other
that's a
thing I
different
wanted.
topic though. Okay, we're still on.
No, but thank you for reminding me. So how do you create a link? How do you send a link? Oh, thank you, Jerry. Perfect. Okay. Okay, that's a topic. That is something that is on the agenda today for sure. So let's say that I'm on we're on my computer. So let's stay on my computer. Now I can create, I can have, if I wanted to open this page, I could create an icon on my desktop, or I can create an icon on my phone so that when I tap on it, it will open up right away. So let me start by, it's really easy on the phone. I'm going to share my phone here. This is a good one, Jerry. All right. So let's say I wanted to make this best chili recipe tonight. And I wanted to have an icon on my phone that I could just click on and go to the recipe.
Mhm.
Make it easy, okay? So I'm going to open up Safari. And I think it's share. I think it's a share icon. I click on the share. And yes, add to home screen. Now, if you click on this, add to home screen, this is what it's going to look like, I think. Spend with pennies. And I'm going to click on add. And there it is.
Oh, cool.
Added to my home screen. So if I click on that, it will go to their website. It didn't go to the chili recipe, but it will go to their website.
Fabulous.
Okay. Now, how do I get rid of that? If I want to get rid of this, all I do is I take my finger and I hold it down on that, and I can let go. And if they're wiggling, you can move them around and you can delete them. I'm going to delete it. And then to get out of the wiggling, you just tap somewhere on the screen where it's not wiggling. So that's how you can add it to your phone, to your home screen.
When it was wiggling, did you tap on it on the icon to get the delete screen?
Yeah, you can tap on any icon you want, any icon at all. Well, it's asking me to do edit home screen. So now it's wiggling. So now I can go to any screen and delete any of these things that I want. Now to get out of here, I'm going to have to tap to get it to stop wiggling. I'm going to tap it where there's nothing wiggling.
Jane, the little circles on the top left when it was wiggling with the bar through them, is that what you then put your cursor on to delete it, or you just wait for the delete option to come up?
No, you click right here, Jerry.
Okay, okay,
The little minus sign.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So now how do you send a link to someone? I think this is one way you can do this, Jerry. I'm going to open up Safari on my phone. And I want to send this recipe, which means I want to actually send a link to Jerry. I want to send this recipe to Jerry. So one way I can do that is I can go to my share button right here. This is on my phone. I'm going to click on the share button. And I'm going to send this to Jerry in an email right here. So I'll click on the email and I'll type in there they are. And I'll click on his email. And then I will send it to him. So I just essentially sent you a link to this. That's one way to do it.
I assume what you did is you just took the page you can see and forwarded it to me. And I can open that up in my email, et cetera. And next you're going to, what I like to know is how do you reduce something to a link and then send the link in a message and the person clicks the link and they go to whatever they're supposed
Okay,
to.
I just sent it to your email.
Mhm.
Now I'm going to send you this chili recipe to your phone. So again, I'm on the recipe that I want to send you. I'm going to go to the share button right here.
Unknown caller.
Oh, unknown caller. Oh, I just lost. I have to start the share again. Excuse me. Hold on. I just lost you guys. Okay, let's start a new share. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. So here I am. I'm in the, stop this. So here I am in the recipe and I am going to share this. I'm going to share this to your text message now. Now, here's the share button.
Right.
I'm going to click on the share button. Now, last time I sent it to your email. This time I'm going to send it to your messages. So instead of clicking on the mail choice, I'm going to click on the messages choice right here. Click on messages. And I think I have your phone number.
Yep. You got it.
There it is. So I click on your phone number. And then I send it. And it will come to you as a message. So the only, I think I just heard a ding. So the only thing that was different there was when I went to the share button, you have your choice of sending it as a text message or as an email.
Jane, what I received was a photograph of the chili itself. It says best chili recipe, easy recipe, etc. I didn't receive something that's reduced in blue ink that says link.
If you just tap on it, it'll open it right up.
I know what he's talking about. You want to send a link. What you may be talking about is, I can show you how to do that. I can
Okay.
show you how to
I,
do that.
I honestly don't know what I'm
Oh,
talking about, but what I'm trying to do is to, sometimes you get a message or a email and it has a blue hyperlink, whatever you call them, embedded in it, and you're supposed to click that to get to Nirvana. And I'm just trying to figure out, how do you convey Nirvana via click?
Okay. All right. So let me try to explain that. So what we're doing is, I'm going to start again. I'm going to go to a web page. I'm going to go to Safari. I'm on my phone. And I'm going to go to oh, okay. So this is the https://www. This is the address, right?
Right.
Okay. So if I wanted to do what you're talking about, Jerry, which is kind of much harder, the way that we just did it is a much easier way to do it. This is a little more, has more steps. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this address. And how I do it is I take my finger and I hold it down over this address, okay? So I'm going to take my finger, I'm going to hold it down. I should have an ability to copy that, but it's not letting me. It's not even letting me copy it.
What if you
Cancel.
hit Control C?
All right, I got it.
Ooh,
So I'm on my phone. You can't hit Control C.
oh, that's, sorry.
Okay,
Right.
so what I did was I went down to the bottom of the address bar and I held it down there. Remember we said that the address is down at the bottom now. And I held my finger over the bottom address bar and I'm going to copy the address. So I just copied the address. Now I'm going to open up my messages and I'm going to create a new message up here. See all the steps that I have to do this way? So
Oh.
that I'm going to do the new message and I'm going to do it to Jerry. There they are. I'm going to click on your phone number. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my finger and hold it in this message box and paste in that address. Watch what happens. So now I'm going to paste it and there's the address. But watch this, Jerry. When I send it, it's the same thing.
Oh, the whole thing. Good.
So you're doing the same thing, but you're doing it the hard way.
But with that, because the hyperlink takes you to whatever is attached to the hyperlink, would that be more useful if you had a significant amount of transmission material and you didn't want to have it all just pop up in somebody's face, but they could control that? Or is this just two ways to do the same thing and not bother about the more difficult one?
It does exactly the same thing in a much easier way, in a
Okay.
much more streamlined way.
Okay.
But you can do it both ways. Now, there's another thing I want to show everybody that's not in the notes. That's pretty cool, that I use all the time. So I'm going to stop this share and I'm going to share my computer screen with you because this is cool. So let's say I like this website about Manicat Beach. And I have friends that are coming to Nantucket to visit this summer and they want information about Manicat Beach. Okay. Now up here is the address of this. It's called the URL, Universal something or other. So I'm going to click it in the address bar and I'm going to copy the address. And now I'm going to send these people an email. So I'm going to go to my email and I'm going to use my favorites bar right here. go to my email. And my friends, I'm going to go to compose, and my friends are Jerry and Alice. They want to come to Connecticut. So I'm going to say Connecticut Beach. And here is the info about that. Now I can just paste that in. Okay, or I'm going to make a little space. Now this is the cool way. Okay, you can send the link this way, or this is the way I do it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my mouse and I'm going to select this. So I've clicked and dragged over this, and I'm going to go down here. And do you see this little symbol that says insert link? Can you see that?
Yep.
Okay, good. I'm going to click on insert link, and in this box, I'm going to paste in the web address and click OK. And when I send this, all Jerry would see is, if this wasn't here, is he would see this and click on that and go to the web page. So when you see something that says, click here to donate, or click here to do something, that's how they've done it. This is called embedding a hyperlink into text. So that's embedding, and this is just pasting the link in. And then when I send it, that's what he'll get. So Jerry, what do you think? How do you think you're going to do that? Which way?
Next year. And you're beyond me, frankly, but I have to go play with this. That's the answer, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I mean, this is really very helpful because it's new territory for me.
Mm-hmm. Well, really, all I did was I went to a website and I went to the address bar.
Right.
Go to it. Here's the address bar. Now I'm on TripAdvisor, and I clicked on the address bar and I copied it. And it's like Command C to copy. You can go to Command C, or you can go to Edit and you can copy. And so now you have the address bar. You have the address bar in the computer's memory. So the next thing you would do is you would open up an email, and you would just send your email the regular way. And here it is. And to do what you want to do, you would just paste it in then.
So you just hit Command V.
Command V, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So the way you're thinking about it, I think that might be the easiest way.
And this is what comes through is that, but you have the ability to introduce the concept, and then you have all this gibberish below it that they click on to actually activate it.
To make it fancier, yeah.
Okay.
But Jane, how do you make it, let's say, here's the video, and then they can click the video, so you embed it in the text.
Okay, let's do that. I'm going to send this. Poor Jerry's going to get a lot of email.
Sure.
Let's get a video of I'm going to get, we don't want this. Here we are. So here's a video of Somewhere Over the Rainbow. All right. Not going to start
Hello,
it.
friends. If you like money, this song is for you.
Let's get over this
Money
ad.
is the #1 job.
Okay, so here's the video, Somewhere Over the Rainbow. I am going to go up here to the address bar and click on it. And the address bar shows up. I'm going to copy this. And one way you can do it is go to edit and just copy. And now I'm going to go to my email, or you can go to your text message. We'll do email first. Go to email. Compose. And I'll send this to Jack. He's not going to know what this is, but class example. And I can say, here's, or click here to see song. Okay, if I want to do it the fancy way, I'm going to select this over here by clicking and dragging with my mouse and go down to this little insert link button. We all attach files all the time. You always, you know, everybody knows about the paperclip, how to attach a file. Right next to it, it's exactly the same thing, except for we're inserting a hyperlink. And it's usually right next to the paperclip. So I'm going to click on the insert hyperlink button, and I'm just going to, and there's the blinky cursor, I'm just going to paste the hyperlink in and say, okay. And when I send it, he'll be able to click on the link. Let me show you what it looks like. So there it is. That's what it looks like. That's what he will see. Click here to see song. He can also click on this down here to see the song.
Jane?
Yeah.
So when you were at that web page,
Mm-hmm.
why not just go to the little share button in the upper right and then share? You know, when you do the drop down menu, it says, gives you the options and you can email it right from that page. Just go up to the upper right to the share.
You can absolutely do that too. There's always like 3 or 4 ways to do everything. So let's review that. That's a good thought. So here I am in the same place. Now up here is that little share button right there. I'm going to click on the share button. I can email this page. I can message this page. So let me send this in a message this time. I'm going to click in message. And there's the address. There's the little link. I'll send this to.
Would that just convey the single page and image, or does it convey all of the content on the page and inside the page?
You should get everything.
It'll send you a link to this video.
So it's not just copying what the machine sees in the pixels that are up, it's copying the in-depth content that is intended to go with it. See the difference?
Yeah, let's, okay, I'm adding me too. All right, I'm gonna send this. And we're gonna check my email and see what I get. Okay. Here we go. So let me
And
get.
Jerry, it's not taking up space on your computer, if that's your question. All it's doing is giving you the link so that you go to the cloud and can retrieve the information from the cloud.
Not a space issue, it's just, I don't understand why by clicking on some image you see, you can pick up in the click the in-depth view, the 3-dimensional part of it's carrying additional stuff in terms of time and et cetera, et cetera. You're not just getting a picture of Dorothy there.
You are right there. And then when you click on it, you go to the
I am
cloud to
just
get all
getting
the
the
in-depth
video.
information.
I got you, okay.
Ooh.
So whatever is embedded in it.
Sorry, I just muted everybody. What did you say, Jerry?
Just, in other words, whatever is on that page or embedded in that page transfers with just plain copying that front page.
Right.
Hey, yeah, but this is YouTube. This is a video. If I went to the New York Times, it's going to be different. Okay, Russia says it will reduce the tax. Let's just open this up. And I am going to use the share button right here. Use this, and I'm going to email this page. To myself. Oops,
Oh, it's fantastic.
here we go.
Fantastic.
And I'll send it. All right. So let's go to my email and see what happened. Well, for some reason, it's not coming through.
But again, if you do that, and that's a multi-page article, but all you see on your screen is the first page of that. It's not just the first page that you're sending the whole article, and somehow that gets done for you. Is that right?
Yes, yes.
Because the link is embedded in that page, and the link takes you to the cloud where all the content is.
Okay.
Yeah. And then sometimes someone will send you a link to a publication that will not allow them to share the content. And what you get instead is a message saying, you can subscribe to read this article. You get that too.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So the other thought, someone asked the question of just clicking on the little share button in the up, as opposed to using the link.
Mm-hmm.
I think if all you want to do is just send the article or the video or whatever using the link or using the share button, is just going to send that. But you might think about, if you're writing an article, let's say you're doing a review of 7 restaurants in Nantucket, you can put a link in with the name of the restaurant, so that each of those, when the person clicks on the name of the restaurant, it takes them to the website for the restaurant. So that's the reason why you might want to use the link instead of just sending a straight share.
Yeah, so you could, or I mean, use beaches, for example. I mean, the
Yeah.
people who are visiting Nantucket. So here's a link about Mattocket Beach. Here's a link about Surfside Beach. Here's a link about jetties. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. All right. Getting back to our Mattocket Beach. Let me just see. Yeah. Does that help? Does that help, Jess?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, good. Any other questions?
Right.
That is what I have for today. But I'm here. I can just, if anybody else
Awesome.
has any other questions, I'm happy to see what we can come up with.
Okay, I have a quick question. It's
Mhm.
Mary Ann. Does Bookmarks take up space on your computer versus putting the web page onto your home screen? I'm always concerned about taking up space. So I'm wondering if the files putting on your computer as a bookmark rather than putting it on your home screen.
I think as a bookmark takes up less space than putting it on your home screen. My
Okay.
understanding is that when you open up your computer and you have lots and lots of icons on
Right.
your home screen on your computer, they are all live. They've all been connected, and that will slow your computer down. But when you have a bookmark, all you're doing is you're adding the address that will take you to their website. So it's not being stored on your devices. It's being stored on their cloud.
Wonderful. Great.
So bookmarks are probably like space-wise more efficient to use.
Okay.
Is my thinking on that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
So Janie, I have a lot of websites open on Safari. So the best thing I should do is to clean it up is to put them in favorites and then bookmark some of the things I want to go back to.
Organize them. Yeah.
Mhm.
Organize them. And I had a whole bunch of bookmarks, and what I started to do is I started to categorize them. And if you do it on a computer, it's as simple as creating a new folder and then clicking and dragging them in. And it's actually, it's much easier than cleaning a house, I'll tell you that.
All right, how about cleaning out your history? I know that can slow down your computer. I do it regularly, but I think others might benefit from
Mhm.
hearing how to clear out your history.
So let's do a new share. All right.
Because you have all those cookies that slow it down.
Here we go. All right, so we were looking at Safari, we were looking at the menu in the upper left-hand corner where it says Safari, File, Edit, View, History, Bookmarks, Window, and Help. So if you go to History, it will show you all of the websites that you've been on. And here are all, and you even, mine goes back to Wednesday, March 23rd. So I don't know
Right.
if you can see
Yep.
all of this, all of these things that just opened up. Or you can clear your history. And if you clear your history, clearing history will remove related cookies and other website data. So what that means is the next time you go back to the websites that you frequently visit, information about you may have to type in the information again.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so you can do it, and it's a great thing to do, but let's see what our choices is. We can clear all our history, or we can just clear the last hour, today and yesterday, or all history. So those are your choices. I'm going to click on cancel right now because I'm not going to do it, but you can do it. And it's a good habit to get into. But just be aware that the next time you go back to these websites, you may have to type in like your username and your password again.
Janie, how do
would you do that on your phone?
How do you do this on your phone? Okay. Oh, we did it. We closed all our tabs.
Oh, okay.
Remember,
That also removes the cookies?
let's see. I'm gonna share my phone and we'll see. Okay. Let's see. I am going to open up Safari. And here are, so these are essentially tabs right here.
Mhm.
And if I click on these are, I only have 2 tabs open because I did clear mine. I'm going to say done. So how you do it on your iPhone or iPad is you hold it down and then you get options to, I only have 2 tabs, so I can close 2 tabs. Are you sure you want to close all open tabs? Close both tabs. I only have 2. And I'm back to, oh, see, and now I'm back to nothing. There we go. These
I
are
just
these
wondered
are
if-
all my favorites. I'm back to my favorites.
Yeah, I just wondered if that also removes the cookies in the same way that it does on your
No.
laptop.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. Okay.
It doesn't. And I don't know
Mhm.
why.
So there's no way to do that on the phone.
I can help you. You have to go to settings.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
let's do that. Oh, well, hold on. I have to stop this share and start again. All right.
I just had problems with my computer and I did this and my computer problems went away. So I just think
Okay.
it's a good habit to clear it out and it'll make your computer run faster.
Great.
Okay, so this is on your phone. We go to settings.
Correct.
Okay, so we go to settings. Yep.
And then you will go down to Safari, just scroll down to Safari.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, I forgot about this whole thing. There's Safari right here. Tap Safari.
And then, yep, tap Safari and then just scroll down and you'll see a blue link that says clear history and website data.
Oh, yeah.
And I
Right
just
there.
think on a regular basis, it just helps your computer.
Thank you.
speed up.
Excellent. Excellent. What else can we do here?
So what did you do? You got to Safari. in
Well,
Yeah,
no,
then
settings.
just,
we went into settings.
Yeah,
We went into settings. And then we went to Safari, right?
oh, I
Correct.
see, clear history and website data.
Is
Janie, you're in the Siri, not Safari.
No, I'm in Safari.
Are
It
you?
does say Siri and search on the top, yeah.
I think you just clicked a little early. Keep it, yeah.
Safari. There's Safari. That was Siri and search is up on the top, which you have options there. And that's just using, if you want Siri to help you with your searches. And you go
is
down.
there a way to flag, like if you're clearing your history, but in the middle of it, like say you have 50 things to clear, but like the 25th thing you want to save, can you flag it somehow and then delete the other ones?
Yes, there are little, like, if you go back, if you're clearing your tabs from Safari, if you click on Safari here and you go to this little icon that shows you all your tabs, mine are gone now, but you have little X's in the upper left-hand corner that you can click on 24 times and leave the 25th one there.
Okay.
But this is cool, this settings. And going to Safari. There's a lot of things you can do with Safari in here.
Let's see, Safari. History. Jane, one last question.
Mm.
I'm back on my computer under history on Safari.
Mhm.
Suppose you don't want to delete everything, but you want to delete selected.
I think you have to go with their options. It's
Oh,
like
okay.
the last hour, the
Yeah,
last
okay.
day, the last 2 days or everything. That's it.
All right.
As far as I know. So this is pretty cool. You can, I would not recommend blocking all cookies because that would, even though cookies can be good, cookies can be bad. But if you block all cookies, a lot of websites you're going to go to will not be functional. But I like this fraudulent website warning. That's pretty cool. And privacy preserving ad measurement, I have that on. Check for Apple Pay. I use Apple Pay, so it's checking for that. I like this. Camera. Okay, here's another cool thing about privacy. So if you go to a website, are you going to allow the website to use your camera? Well, let's see. I want the website to ask.
Right.
If
Yep.
you wanted it to always be off, you would select deny. This is interesting because I think I've had some people that say their camera isn't working. And I've never thought to check this. But I bet you it's on deny. I bet you. I like ask. I want to know. I want to be asked. Let's see what advanced is. Oh yeah, this is, we don't need this. Okay, I'm diving deep.
Okay, Janie, thank you very much. I need to head off.
Welcome.
But
Yep.
thank you very much for your help. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll see you in May.
Okay.
Any other questions? That was good. I learned something.
Thank you.
Did you send out a recording of last week's?
No,
Session.
so, Janet just took over this position and she's learning a lot of stuff. So what she's going to do is from now, she will send out, she wanted this class to record. And what she'll do is she will send out links, we know what links are, to the recordings for this week's class and last week's class and maybe the class before that.
Okay,
But what
perfect.
we'll do starting in May is to make it easier for Janet is even if you don't want to take the class, sign up for the class. And then at the end of the month, she will send links to all the classes,
Great.
probably
Thank-
4 classes per month. Yeah.
Great.
So that's what we'll do. That's what we'll do starting in May. So thanks, everybody.
Thank you so
Jane, thank
much.
you.
And,
So great. Really appreciate it.
Hey, Jane.
welcome and have a great spring, and I will see everyone in a month.
Happy
Okay.
babies.
Yeah, happy baby.
Happy babies. Yeah.
Yes.
All righty. Take care,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Bye-bye. Thank
Bye-bye.
you.